Hey everybody, good morning. It's Sunday. This is Chanchai, and camera's kind of off because I'm got like rings under my eyes and not looking so hot. But gonna spar with Paul 68 KDMD. Should be a lot of fun. Just letting Paul know to go ahead and send me an invite, because I like to let them use the settings they prefer. Let's see here. Alright, I'm gonna set the game to Virtua Fighter. Alright, our game is set correctly now. Let's see here. Alright, we're following along. Hope everyone's doing really well. Let me hear the sounds. Okay, good. Everyone can hear me fine. I'm just a bit quiet. Alright, so we'll see if Paul sends invite. I do see he's online, so should be okay. Again, this is my friend Massa Red, rival. Now lives in Japan, and his son is awesome. Always love seeing him play. So, really nice here. So he evaded 1KK. Alright, 1KK here. Oki pressure. 1KK always has very good Okizemi, so. Very nice. You just see lots of 1KK in this match against Jeffrey here, but lots of opportunities. It's working very well. And some a lot of guaranteed moments too. Alright, he's got 9 drunken points now. Let's see how he uses it. Alright, just lots of good, strong zoning. Well. Alright, yep, he just kept the situation under control against his opponent. Alright, way to go, Massa. Alright, hope everyone's doing really well this morning. This has been a very fun weekend, you know. There's no Kai leaks today. We did that last night instead. But because of busy plans for Kai today, and you know, weren't sure who was going to be able to hold the fort today. Satsuna is in his home country of and so in El Salvador. So we're so hopefully, I think he's doing really well there. I think he's having a good time overall, though the weather's pretty rough, is what I heard. Alright, we got Jimmy Claymore versus Happy Friend Lau here. Alright, Paul's going to be with us in about 10 minutes, and we'll be sparring then. But I guess until then, let's watch these matches. So, Happy Friend Lau has been active for a long time, at least 10 years, and very strong player. I actually haven't fought them that much in I don't think I've fought them in 10 years. So we'll Claymore went for the evade there. I think they're trying to ECD the second part. Basically dealing with the 1K, and then with the second K trying to ECD under it, in case Lau tries to do any kind of other tricky thing there. more about trying to exercise what's possible defensively. Hey, David Blaine, good to see you. I hope you're doing really well, David Blaine. Thank you always for the support, and I hope you're doing great. And this Shun really gets the side crumple pretty well. Get that much damage. Alright, that was really good. No sobering here. Very good. Let me just see how good 1KK is. One KK is a big deal, partly because it's the half circular flip of a lot of Shun's more dangerous mids, and so it makes a really good mix-up between 1KK and moves like 4P and K plus G. And so a lot of opponents are just going to accept taking a 1KK, so Shun will just take that and run with it, and a lot of times people should stay down after 1KK. If they get 1KK'd, if you get 1KK'd, you should stay down usually. Tech rolling, you're gonna have to play a really hard wake up game against Shun's really strong Okizumi there. So a lot of times I'll just stay down and then wake up manually. But again, that's why a lot of Shun players, the high level, will just go ahead and do a lot of 1KK and take the damage where they can. Try to get the opponent to finally like evade to Shun's back, because 1KK you need to evade to the back or block low or crush it. But crushing it is actually kind of hard. If your move is too slow, you'll get hit by the second kick. And then some characters can punish 1KK a bit, like just by blocking low and then punish. But like Leon can't actually punish it. It's weird. Leon can punish a lot of other situations, but if he blocks the 1K, he doesn't really have much he can do against that follow-up kick, even when ducking it. So he just does a little damage and maybe a knockdown if he wants to do a knockdown approach. It's a funny body position for Shun. We got Jason Alvo and C'est moi. Okay, so this pie is developing. I think this pie, like a lot of developing pies, kind of overuses 1KK, but you know, we saw Japanese players use 1KK a lot too, so pie's 1KK we're talking about, not shuns. Yeah, right here. Doing 1KK this much is a big liability. I beat up on a lot of Lao and Pi players for doing 1KK too much. I won't hesitate to attack after that first 1K. Mainly because the second K is a high, and the 1K, like at least with Shun's 1KK, as long as he gets normal hit, that thing is a combo. With Pi and with Lao, they actually have to counter hit you with the 1K. So I don't think even recovery hit will get you the second K, like guaranteed. So if as long as they didn't counter hit me with that 1K, I can attack them for free. I can block if I wanted to, but it's a spin kick, and it's the only follow-up. There's no other follow-up after that, so I will, without hesitation, attack them. I will. I think a throw is guaranteed for sure, but a lot of attacks are guaranteed if they do the second kick. So 1KK is a real risky thing to do. Really risky thing to do. Oh. Alright, Live for Eve's been very active, and Tango Man. These two very active these days as always, and appreciate their activity. Tango Man, known for their go, but also has a really good AOE, and really good many characters, really good Pi as well. But you know, AOE is, in my opinion, AOE is one of the most fun characters to play in this game. Alright, interesting. Jab into low kick. Really nice. That was beautiful. Hey Blurring, good morning. How are you doing? How's the status of the storm right now? Is everything going okay? Is today a better day? Paul's gonna be on in about 5 more minutes, so right now just watching some matches. No storms. Glad to hear that. Hope you're having a good Sunday, man. Excellent. For the record, I'm expecting to get beaten up by Paul a lot today. I'm gonna be working on a lot of stuff, or trying to. It's hard to. That's what's great about training with Paul. It's there's a lot of stuff I'm going to try to execute, and it's not going to work half the time, but it's going to be just trying to get used to the controls under those situations. I'm obviously trying to win, but mostly I'm trying to get certain things to work so that I can build up on that and be able to manage. And try to get used to just seeing certain stuff while I'm trying to do certain stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Sometimes it goes pretty well, but usually I get steamrolled pretty good. Akira is really scary, and so right now I'm trying to figure a lot of that out. Kind of hate that anything southwest means spicy. Yeah. Uh, yeah, spicy or yeah, that something that's got using like like chipotle peppers or something like that. Some kind of chili.
Better run home to Mama now.
All right. This definitely looks like our friend Super Golden. It's like how he cosplays his Hellblaze as well, but it's Mr. I forgot how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna call him Mr. Live, but it's not that. It's the number. Johnny E. So Mr. Live is a European player, I believe. So 34, I think. Is that meant for here? All right. Oh, Mr. 34. Got it. Really working on his 4 PK. I actually like that move too with Hellblaze. Starts with a circular, so that alone is good. But also, it just leads into, yeah, into like rocket discharge. So usually, I think when I use it, I try to make sure, be very confident I'm actually going to hit with the 4P. But I found that it was just really that you could just use it like 4PK fully, and that it worked pretty often. But I think I tried to have a accuracy with it before going off in the rocket discharge. And that might just be a habit. Yeah, punish that though. So that double uppercut by Brad is minus 13. So Brad can be punished with a 13 frame punisher. For a lot of characters, that's just PK, but for some characters, they've got a 13 frame punisher. Alright, we got Alpie here. I'm so happy to see Alpie playing. I know Alpie's been playing a lot of Tekken. They play as Ling Xiaoyu. And I got to play a lot with Alpie last year, and it's really fun and wonderful fighting them. Um, they were skill checking me a lot on Pai's Bokutai stance, and I think after about 45 minutes, I finally started to fight against Bokutai stance a lot better. Ever since then, it's been great for that. So that helped me right away. I think I'm gonna get a quick bite, quick breakfast. Just something really quick because I'm feeling my stomach. I'm feeling the low energy, and I'm like, I need energy when I fight Paul. So I'm gonna go get that, and I'll be back in about like 2 minutes. Okay, I am back. Hey, just another Play Archive. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing really well. I'm gonna fight with Paul 68 KDMD soon. Just waiting on him. He's also waking up, I think. I just had some yogurt. Hopefully that'll help prevent me from, fainting from like a low blood sugar. But I was feeling like I was about to have one of those if I insisted on playing without eating something. Let me see if Paul sent any messages. Maybe he did. Looks like he did. Nope. He's still... Okay, not yet. So, Kantimoto has the no VF no life tag on. I believe that to get that one, I think you had to have gone to an event at Sega. Gone to one of Sega's events early last year. So yeah. In Japan, yeah. Their open tournament. Actually, it was this year, but yeah. They had a pretty cool open tournament in February. This girl is pretty aggressive, going for less. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it plays wonderful on the RPCS3 emulator. So I'm glad you got that going, and glad, yeah, that you got to play that online too. So yeah, I enjoy playing that as well. Congratulations, awesome. I'm glad it works well on your PC. It runs really, really well. So I'm glad that you're actively playing some VF. I know that you said recently you're not on PlayStation Plus, so you know, hopefully that does come on sale for you and you can play both. But it's awesome that you're active on the PC version too. Alright, J6PKG is Jerry from Hong Kong. I did not get to meet Jerry, but Jerry is a very strong player. The two players I know about from Hong Kong are Jerry and Jimmy. Jimmy PKG and J6PKG. Jimmy tells me that this costume was based on Jimmy's own costume for Taka, so it's like the most cringeworthy costume, this Taka costume. Double quarter circle forward punch. So I think J6 is using a lot of option selects. I think the reason that he did like low punch into throw was because he automatically does this option select, and so if you if he hits you with the low punch, it's likely that the throw is going to come out there. But what happened earlier was Kage jumped in the air, so you saw him hit Kage and then do a throw. Because what happens is that if you block the low punch, the throw won't come out. But if you do hit, it will. So. And so that might look silly when the Kage jumps in the air and you see like a jab into a throw there, but it is actually scary because it just means like, yeah, you gotta deal with this. You gotta deal with this attacking option select. It just looks funny when Kage jumps in the air. When the opponent jumps in the air. By the way, check out arcade version VF4 Vanilla on Fightcade. They work too awesome, but have some lag. I don't know why. Trouble with frames per second. Yeah, there's some stages. From what I heard, there are some stages that do have some trouble. It's because both players have to make a certain setting, and if both players don't have that certain setting, then it's going to cause a lag on the Fightcade. Yeah, so I heard that there's a rollback issue combined with just non-standard settings. So Virtua Fighter 4 Final Tuned on Fightcade will have the same issue with certain stages. Alright, Box Pizza Cat is so we've got European players here. Box Pizza Cat is a new generation player, same generation as Jub Jub, same country even, which is Sweden, I believe. And I really like Box Pizza Cat's playstyle. Is kind of similar to mine in a way, that they can be quite aggressive, and trying to go for stuff, but it's really fun. Like they like to be a playmaker of sorts. A lot of Leon players do. As some people put it, though, Leon kind of has to, in their view. Like, Leon is designed to try to score on counter hits, score on, side hits. Similar to Kage in this regard. But his tools aren't as defensive as, like, a Kage. Let's release there. Oh. Alright, good stuff. Like a Leon with a kind of a furry hair. It's more of a messy mop. Yeah. So yeah, the rollback. I mean, the rollback is what it is. It's. I think it's not rollback, is it? Is it? Yeah, it is rollback, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it is rollback, but yeah, it has trouble dealing with those stages. Could also be the opponent too. When you're fighting on PC, there's a lot of different specs. Hopefully, it's not people doing the intentional thing, because there's an intentional way to lag especially on PC. In Fightcade, I heard it's like if somebody like drags the window, it'll cause a lot of lagging. I see. Awesome. I'm so glad that Third Strike has really good rollback, because that's a game that definitely needs good rollback netcode. That's amazing. So yeah, so this shun is showing a much more classic flow. It's not using the 1KK as much. Is betting on the opponent, not evading to the front so much. Probably for good reasons, but it's using really good moves. Oh yeah, well, I mean, Third Strike is really popular all around the world. Currently, players in France are amazingly strong at it. The new generation of Third Strike players is very strong, and so well, I'm thinking Super Turbo. I'm sorry, Super Turbo is the one that's got the big, like, France is like so strong right now. But yeah, Third Strike definitely. I love how Third Strike has had now many generations of dedicated fans. I love Third Strike since it came out in the arcades, and then became available on like Saturn. But back in the day, it was not as popular. And then, but there was one moment where it had a slight surge in popularity in the U.S. In the hardcore community, and that was after a tournament called the Midwest Championships. And then, but it still wasn't very popular until after Daigo versus Justin Wong. And it's not so much that like old players suddenly like Third Strike. That didn't really happen. What it happened was it inspired a whole new generation of fighting game players to fall in love with Third Strike when they saw that moment. And so a lot of people that weren't playing as much, they play a little bit fighting games, but weren't playing as much, suddenly just were like, man, this game is so cool. And suddenly California had like a lot of tournaments at some of the popular arcades, and same in New York and other places. You know, but like 2 years before that, it was like you had to beg people to play Third Strike. Yeah. So yeah, Garo is getting very popular right now, and actually, in my area, people are bringing their Mister arcade devices. They're bringing their Mister emulators to locals, and they're playing like Garo on that. So we're seeing Garo and Super Turbo at the locals. People playing them on the Mister. So yeah. But yeah, if you know Garo Mark Wolf, that game has large community. It does. And Last Blade 2, I like Last Blade 2 a lot. I'm glad to hear that the community for Last Blade 2 is pretty good. Yeah, Garo definitely getting its... A lot of people hyped because we got Garo City of the Wolves also. But Garo has always had very dedicated fans. It's such a good game too. Fighting games are underground. They still are. They're still relatively niche, but it's a large enough niche, right? So yeah, it's great. It's really good. It's a wonderful time to be a retro gamer, and it's a wonderful time to be a fighting game player, in my view. Just, you know, don't get too absorbed by the drama on social media. Just know that it indicates some concern and some stuff like that, but people are actually enjoying and playing. Enjoy the playing more than the complaining, right? So, and understand it's okay to complain, you know. We don't have to react too hard to all the complaints. And if you're busy playing, it's not too bad. Alright. Way to go, so tight, Joe. So at a strong level, some people will just take the hit from Leon when they see the stance, so that they're not having to... So there's a couple things, right? If you see Leon doing the forward stance fast enough, you can hit him out of it. But if you realize you don't have it, that you're too late, taking the hit, like letting go of guard's actually pretty good against it. And that's because... Nero's the one who pointed it out to us, that basically if you take the hit, it's like the lowest damage you'll take, because you can respond to anything after that. But if you if you guard, you risk getting guard break. If you crouch guard, you risk getting staggered, right? If you evade, you risk getting hit by half circular, or the follow up, get locked into it. But if you just take the hit, it's actually not much damage, not much okizeme. It's actually kind of like better to take small damage than risk eating big damage. So some players you'll see just intentionally get hit, normal hit, by whatever Leon's doing from forward stance. Still, even in fighting game community, Last Blade and Garo's underground. It's true, but they got hardcore fans. It's like in VF, there will always be fans for Garo, And Last Blade 2, I'm surprised if it's still pretty strong, but Last Blade 2 is such a fun game. I really like that game. So I do have a bias towards I do like the weapons-based fighting games a lot. Whether it's Samurai Showdown, which really is quite a pioneer, and then Soul Calibur, another kind of pioneer because it really smoothed the flow, because big improvement over the Soul Edge series. And then, but also before that, Last Blade 2, which is like, you know, if Samurai Showdown was maybe too much of a weapons-based fighter with, you know, with like a dominant neutral, Last Blade 2 had more of a fighting game flow with, but have the stuff you like with swords and weapons. You know, it's really cool. A lot of flash to it too. I like the style of Last Blade 2. I think some people that have been able to play plenty of both really. I think some people really like Last Blade more. I like both, uh, but I think when I first played Last Blade 2, I was so like really loving that. But again, this is a good time to be a fighting game player because, you know, I stopped playing Last Blade 2 because I didn't have anyone to play with. I wasn't good at it. It's just didn't. But I had interest in it. But now, if I still have the interest, then I can play with people on it. There's a lot more people to play with now for any of the fighting games you want to play. And the means to do it, and the online playing, you know, much better now than before. They are. I like SNK, so even in the current state, you know, um, I'm glad that SNK is, you know, came back and SNK is fighting. And City of the Wolves looks really fun. Looks really good. And everyone says, well, okay, just learn Garo because it's Garo plus more stuff. You know? Everyone says, like, it controls like Garo. So. Did I miss any invite from Paul? I'm wondering. It's been about 43 minutes. Did not miss an invite from Paul. I'll only be able to play for maybe about 45 minutes, I think. I promised my kids that we would watch Demon Slayer when the episode comes out, which will be about an hour from now. That's okay. If Paul can't make it, it's okay. I won't, you know, like, I understand. It's a Sunday. A lot of people have stuff to do. He's got a family. So. But I'm happy spending the time with you guys. Like, just another play. Really happy to be chatting with you. And blaring as well. And again, I hope everything's going really, really well for you. I hope Russian VF is having a good time, you know? Having good VF times. Yes. They definitely do. Yeah. Oh, trust me, everything's got a side event now, so. You know, I'll do the reminder that with Evo Japan, the only reason Virtua Fighter Esports did not have a side event at Evo Japan was the community chose not to do that. The community chose to do the VF party instead. And I think in the end it turned out wonderful because they had an amazing event. They got our players from America and Nero from Italy and other players just had such a wonderful time. And it was much more personal. It wasn't a tournament. It was just like they really got to meet and appreciate each other, and those events are like the best. Those events are really fun. The best times at a tournament is actually when you. I know people. There are people that are always going to be like, I don't play fighting games to make friends, but um, but in fighting games, community is a wonderful part, and communal development, like people getting stronger together, is the best. It's like Virtua Fighter is like martial arts, and if you know like yeah, it's the same. Some people do martial arts. They're like, I don't do this to make friends. Yeah, but they do enjoy the rivalries, and they do enjoy getting stronger, and they do enjoy the competitiveness, and that's still there. You know, when you're strong, you know what's strong, and you know what's not as strong, and you know, I guess maybe not everyone does. Maybe everybody needs something like a tournament to prove it, but I think strong players don't really need that. They live in the fight itself, whether it's a tournament or not. But I've definitely met some people in all types of activities where there are some that'll have this strong mentality, right? But that's okay because as long as you bring the fight, they're happy, and I'm happy. So I just bring the fight to them, you know. Yep, even those crazy games about Sailor Moon have tournament. So yeah, so Evo Japan, like I said, Evo Japan is totally like they did. Again, the community chose to just have the event at a different place. But Evo, US is got a VF tournament as well. That's going to be fun. Rayblade is running that event. There's just lots and lots of tournaments. So, Combo Breakers VF tournament was awesome, and Justin Wong's J Wong VODs just uploaded the archive for the top 4, and hopefully we'll get the rest of the tournament matches from Montage. They said that they intend to upload those, so we're looking forward to those if they do get uploaded. Alright. We got STL Tim versus D to G. STL Tim is like threatening to jump out of the ring. Okay, are they really playing? They're playing. Okay. Both of these players are actually quite strong. STL Tim's just very vocal and, not shy about complaining if he has any grievances, so sometimes he'll do something like this. So I don't know. Maybe he didn't have a good connection with D to G and he decided to jump out. He can be like that. He can't jump out right now, but yeah. D to G is a very strong player though. So is STL Tim. Just STL Tim is temperamental. But I like STL Tim. I've met STL Tim long ago in VF4 days, and so I enjoy chatting with them, and I think we do have lots of good VF chat. I haven't really ever been able to chat much with D to G, but I really like fighting them a lot. Like, it's really fun. They're very strong. They've got good Yomi, good skill, good execution. I've only played them every once in a while, mostly because the way to run into D to G is to play ranking mode, and I don't play ranking mode much at all because I just know that most likely at the times I play, I'm going to sit there waiting forever. or I just prefer to fight room battles as well. Alright, got D to G again versus Amayuni Zen. Alright. So I think today we've got a VFTV watching session. That's okay. Alright, take good care of your daughter. I will try to take good care of my daughter soon too. Huh. This played out very interestingly. Let's see what D to G does though. Alright, good. Backdash evade. Really nice punch parry. Really good to do against Lei Fei. The pressure sequences back and forth. That was nice. Yep, very good. I see. Oh, yeah, that was a little premature. He thought that he thought D to G was going to commit. I tend to do that too. So. All right, good. Oh, yep, there. That was awesome. Okay. Well played. I like D to G's John. Very nice use of 4-6K plus G. That roll is so annoying. Oh. Guessed or Lei Fei guessed correctly. Yeah. One might say they didn't guess though, they just fuzzied and blocked. Right. That's good. I think I'm gonna have breakfast with my kids and watch Demon Slayer. But I hope Paul has a wonderful afternoon, and I don't mind. It's okay. I appreciate that he wanted to do Disappointment, or that he took up my offer. But I think he's got busy morning or busy afternoon in his part, so that's okay. Um, totally fine. It's I've had to do rain checks plenty of times, so it's what it is. And again, we're just having a good time. But I really enjoyed this time chatting with everybody and watching these VF matches on VFTV. Um, these are really fun matches, actually. So VFTV is definitely one of the best features of this new game, of this remake or rebuild, Final Showdown. So VFTV and League Battle Mode, I think, are like the absolute best things that were added to this. And for sure, we want some kind of VFTV going forward in the next game. I think it's been pretty unanimous. A lot of people love the VFTV. They just wish that replay system wasn't sacrificed, right? So, that said, I'm the kind of person who hoards replays, who hoards video VODs, and I almost never rewatch them. So I'll be very honest. I rarely rewatch them, but I do record and hoard. Like, I'm a hoarder, and so my habit is to kind of keep a backup of everything, but I almost never watch them myself. So. I'm okay that this game, being on PS4, has recording features of the PS4. But yeah. But just another play. Thank you so much for the company. It's really good. Alright, we got Black General and General Ripper. Enjoy fighting both these players. I haven't fought Black General in ages, in like at least 2 years. Black General is a strong Akira player. If I remember, though, they use a lot more dashing elbow as opposed to super dashing elbow, but let's see how they play now. But right now, Ripper has really applied the pressure. I fought Black General maybe a year and a half ago. Yeah. General Ripper loves going for set plays type stuff. I like to as well. They really like to apply pressure. They're going to Okizeme you. They're very active. Very active. Yeah, evading forward is paying off a lot right now. We'll see if General Ripper switches to more 4K or something like that. Black General's navigating the Kage move list really well, and it's just, yeah, evading quite well. So right now, with the way that Ripper has been playing this game, you would evade to the front until he starts showing more stuff that makes you want to evade to the back. Still to the front though. 6-6P plus K is such a good move, and Ripper uses it pretty well. That's the step forward and chop that Kage does. It's a very good move, and it can punish people that are like holding down in guard. It's not exactly what Black General's doing, but it's also just good as a space pressure tool. Oh my god, draw into the wind. They both low punch same time. They both were at low health. If there was a big health difference, then the person with the... If there was like a dramatic difference in health, then the person with the lowest health would have won. It's very rare. Very rare. So it was an even trade. It's Kage and Akira, yeah, similar damage, but they're different timing. So for that to happen, Kage's... No, it's low punch. They're both 12 frames. So yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. I like this Kage setups are so much fun. This Kage player is really, really fun setups. This is like the style. This is like my style of play. Normally, this is This is normally how I would play Leon, like at locals and stuff. This kind of way. Just active guessing and pressure and basically constant buffering. Like, okay, what am I gonna do next? What am I gonna do next? It's a lot of sequences, and trying to base it a lot on what I think the opponent will do, so I can just keep setting it up. This Kage is just really fun to watch. So alright, let's watch how this final round goes. But the L-Blade did stop the shenanigans with 4 PK. 4 PK is good at stopping shenanigans just because it's like circular. Oh, really good 4P plus K there. The L-Blade knows the ranges though. It can be tough. He went with that. Okay. It's because he's like me. He's just going. He's like, it's not. So he's probably not gonna guard punish much. He's just gonna pressure sequence. Alright, we've got our European, we got Ares. Ares is a really good Leon player. I forgot which region they're from. Is it Greece? I mean, they're from EU, but I can't remember which country. Maybe Italy, but Ares is a really good player. Very, very good Leon. I took inspiration from some of their plays too. They told me that I'm one of their inspirations, but I took a lot of inspiration watching their matches that they used to upload on YouTube. So I guess hopefully we all inspire each other, you know, especially Leon players. There's things they do, but Ares is very practical, very, very practical. But also like uses a lot of the move lists. I really like the way that they play, so I took inspiration from their play. Very nice, very nice not control of self after the evade here. So it looks like being very careful and just kind of like letting this yeah, being patient with this Kage. This Kage really is going for the flip kicks. I do think this Kage does seem to be like a newer player, but they're using moves that they feel that they can spam from mid range, and it's not a really strong way to play, but you do have to be careful against it. Usually you do have to be careful against it, and so you want to whiff punish it, which is what Darius is doing. It's just being very patient with it, and yeah, you might lose a round tactically on it, but. Okay, let's see what they do. Okay, now they're just using 2K plus G. Maybe these two are just sparring and practicing moves, but he's basically got a theme every single round. He's like, this round I'm going to use this move. Yeah, this person really... this is a very funny Kage. I mean, it makes sense to me. It's just funny. Yeah. So for me, I would, if I was in the kill mode, if I wanted to kill this Kage, I would probably be using 8P plus K just to just whiff punish them like a lot. You know, just because then I can stay out of range and just go, oh, do a move, I'll hit you. Do a move, I'll hit you. You know? So. Alright, Kung Fu Smurf, very strong player. I'm glad that last year I got to meet Kung Fu Smurf in person. Um, really good meeting them. Very nice Akira. They're not the biggest fan of online, and they live in New York, so they get to play offline quite a bit. But I am happy to see them play online though too, because I know it can be frustrating for them, but it's but I do think you get access to more, and so you should make use of both. I'm a strong advocate of playing both online and offline. Thank you very much. Well, I'm gonna probably head out soon. I honestly, I'm gonna go have breakfast and enjoy time with the kids. But it's okay. We had a good time this morning, and you know, and I'll take the rain check. Maybe, maybe. So I think Paul's Sunday got busy, and that's okay. Take care of your house first, you know. Whether it's your wife or family like mother or something, take care of family first. And I think they probably had to take care of family first. I'm gonna take care of family because I promised my kids to watch Demon Slayer. So, but also I am feeling the hunger pains, so I think I'm gonna eat a breakfast. I had yogurt earlier to help, so I don't even think I would have been in good condition to fight this morning. Because I'm feeling like a low blood sugar. So even though I ate yogurt, but let's watch a couple more of these matches and then we'll call it. But it's wonderful community time. So Lightwing Dragon, how are you doing? I hope you're doing very, very well. You know, I know that the remake of Panzer Dragoon wasn't everyone's favorite. I'm still glad they did it, and I'm still excited for a remake of Zwei. I do think Panzer Dragoon Zwei is one of my favorite games. Panzer Dragoon Saga is awesome. Panzer Dragoon Saga, of course, is one of the best games. Way ahead of its time as an RPG, so if there ever was a remake of that, that would be amazing. But I'm glad that now, the Saturn era, more people have access to Saturn games now. Much more people do. Yeah, some people are copying them and stuff like that. But some emulation has gotten pretty good. But if you have an old Saturn, you can also just install the drive in there, and that's awesome. I still got my old Saturn, but I still play it OG style. But I really do want to install a hard drive into it. I really do. But I think I'm gonna play Saturn games on a Polymega for a while, and I'm just so happy that I can put that. You know, this is now a good era for Saturn emulation and Saturn original playing as well. Yep, me too. I still play OG style as well. So, but you know, we're getting less and less good CRT TVs. As every time a CRT dies, there's a tear somewhere. You know, so. But there's really good upscalers now that are really good. Kind of want to get one. It's actually a pretty fun match to watch, yeah. I did not hear about the VF announcement. I only heard about them, you know, celebrating the third anniversary of Virtua Fighter Esports. I didn't hear of any VF announcement. What VF announcement are we talking about? Oh yeah, the leak. Yes, I am familiar with the leak. Yes, from the reliable source that is traditionally been very good at leaking Atlas stuff. Yeah. So I do, that particular leak I do believe. But do not The VF Leaks Twitter account is definitely a parody account. I mean, it might not categorize itself as a parody, but I'm 100% sure it's Made Man. So the moment I read it, I was like, this is Made Man. I was like, this is almost like Made Man's YouTube channel, which is full of humorous misinformation, you know. So do not follow VF, like do not try, like do not read VF Leaks posts seriously, you know. It's just Made Man trolling the way they usually do. So it's their sense of humor, and yeah, sometimes it is funny. Um, yeah, the fake memo was pretty funny. Like the more you read it, the more stupid or outrageous it got. Detailing like a plan to, yeah, saying that it's not going to have any female characters because of that one Yakuza producer that is no longer at Sega, and then also trying to claim that it was going to troll like its plans to troll the PC community. But I do believe the other leak, the ones that had leaked the Sega's plans quite a while back, the Atlas leaker. Yeah, I mean, basically, my take is I'm having fun with this game. This game is great. Uh, Maybe it's one of those things where, I'm in the point of life where I have to take better care of my health. So because of that, I'm just like, well, what I've got, I'm really happy for. But yes, I'll be so excited when the new VF gets announced, and I hope it's great, and I want to play it. And if the new VF is not great, I will still play this game because this game is so amazing. But I would love to have more people playing VF. I would love to have the energy and success of a really good new VF game. I would love to have all the wonderful things that brings. That's what I want. But sometimes in life you can't always get what you want. So you see. You gotta wait and see. The only way to get what you want is if you're the one who makes that, And even then, there's always trade-offs. It's life. So we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get, and we'll see what we can make of it. And it's gonna be awesome if we keep it like that. But you can always make something out of life, though. But I'm excited for it, and I am glad that they're still investing in Jet Set Radio. And so we'll see how that. I know that some people are skeptical and whatnot, but I think if you're looking at Sega, you have to understand Sega is more of like a AA developer now. And you just kind of be happy when they can do AAA, but they can only really, at the moment, only do AAA on a couple fronts. But also, do they want to be fully AAA? I don't think they want to be fully AAA. I think there's an independent spirit that Sega has always had. So, and then there's a Japanese spirit too. That's a different thing entirely. Kind of. It has a lot of similarities to a lot of indie. Alright, we got Genesis Frenzy versus Tengu Man. It's not Aoi versus Aoi, but it is Aoi versus Pi. This will be very exciting. We'll probably call it on this one. This will be the last one. And then I will go take care of my kids and enjoy breakfast. But I really enjoyed everyone's company today, so thank you all so much. Alright, that was punishable. So the way that Aoi can punish that is 6p plus KP, right? Minus 13. A lot of times if Pi does like a three attack string against you and you block it, she's probably minus 13. But what Sonic Wind did was perfectly great and fine. good battle between these two. You know, Combo Breaker might say no coasts, no kings, but you know what? We've got Midwest and West Coast, and we got 2 queens here. Got West Coast versus Midwest. It's a very fun battle. That was really good, Genesis. Really good round for Genesis here. Very, very good round for Genesis. Very good use of defense. Very good just being patient. Very good conversions too. They're gonna fight it out in the neutron spacing, but they're doing great on it. Oh, that was really good by Tango Man here. Just evade punish the upper. This match is really fun to watch. Watching these two. Oh, excellent battle. Excellent win. Good job, Genesis. Alright. We're going to call it then, but thank you all very much. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Have a good day. Have a good Sunday. I'll probably be back on later, hopefully. But I have a feeling I got to spend time with folks. My parents are in town. But yeah, later on. Have a good one, Lightwing Dragon, and thank you very much. You all take good care of yourselves, and let's keep on playing VF. Cheers.